Hi reception, it's time for a story. Now this week is Express Yourself week, so we're thinking about how you can express yourself and the things that you like and the things that you are good at and what represents you. So for our story today, I have chosen a book called The Little White Owl, and it's about a little white owl and their special skills and what they are really, really good at. So when you have listened to this story, what I'd like you to do is I want you to have a little think about what are you really good at? What are your special skills? And I'd love for your grown up to comment on Tapestry and let me know what you think your special skills are. I know that you are good at loads of things, and I have seen some fantastic learning that you've been doing at home that your grown-ups have put onto Tapestry. I know some of you are amazing at drawing, really, really beautiful pictures. You are fantastic with your numbers and your maths work with Mrs. Lackley, and you are brilliant at your phonics and your reading and your writing, and some of you have really been working hard on writing their name and forming your letters carefully, and I am so impressed with the progress, how you are getting better and better and better at some of those things that you're working really hard on. I know some of you are really good at football. I know some of you are really good at dancing and singing, and some of you are really fantastic at building things, maybe with Lego or big bricks. And I know some of you are good at lots and lots more things. So I want you to have a think about what your special skills are and let me know when you've listened to this story. Okay. Should we have a look at the blurb? The bit on the back of the book that tells us what the book's going to be about. One day, a little white owl sets off to see the world. When he meets some beautiful, colourful owls, he can't wait to share his toast and all of his happy stories. But these pretty owls do not want to be friends with a plain little owl like him. It's a story that celebrates difference, because we're all different, aren't we? We're all a little bit different. We're not all the same. And the beauty inside all of us, because do you know what? Being different is what makes us special, because we are all a little bit different. We might all look a little bit different, we might like different things, and we are good at different things, but that is what makes us special, and that's what makes us interesting as well. It'd be really boring if we were all exactly the same, because we are, I'm going to teach you a new word, we are unique. Can you say that with me? Unique. Okay, that means that we are all special because we are not the same. We are all different. We are an individual. There's nobody exactly the same as you. Even if you've got brothers and sisters, they might look a little bit like you, but there's nobody exactly like you in the world. It's amazing, isn't it? We are all unique and all very, very special. You're very, very special to your grown-ups and your family. And all of you are really special to all your teachers at school. And don't we really miss you as well? But we are really proud of you and your learning at home. Once there was a little white owl who lived by himself in the snow. He didn't have a mummy. He didn't have a daddy. He didn't even have a name. But he didn't really mind too much. It had always been like that, and his head was full of happy stories. Oh, there he is, in the tree on a snowy day. Sometimes he was brave, like a knight, and sometimes he was a snowflake. Sometimes he was a rocket, blasting off to the moon. He's using his imagination, he's using his head, thinking that he's these things. But every night at bedtime, he sat on his favourite branch, nibbling his toast spread with strawberry jam and counting the stars. Then one day, he looked at the big blue sky that stretched on and on forever. I wonder what's out there, said the little white owl. So he packed his teddy and his clock. It was time to see the world. For days, the little white owl flew over turquoise oceans and deserts of gold. Then he spotted the prettiest trees sprinkled with tiny jewels. So down, down, down he swooped. But wait, these jewels had beaks. They were owls, lovely owls, owls just like him. Would anyone like a bite of my toast? He said. But the lovely owl sat quiet and still. They didn't want to spoil their perfect feathers. "How very plain you are," groaned the green. "No colours at all," sniffed the dotty red. "You don't belong with us. Go away." Poor little white owl. That's not nice. So look at all these different, very colourful owls. But they have said, go away. It's mean, isn't it? "But I do have colours," cried the little white owl. "Here, in my heart. And bumping up and down in me are lots of happy stories. I'll share them with you if you want me to." The owl sat and thought. Sighed the blue. "Story might pass the time." "Fine, just one," said the flowery pink with a yawn. So the little white owl swung on a branch with his little teddy, and he munched his toast and shared a happy story. Breathed the blue owl dreamily when his little white owl had finished. The other owls all glared at her. "Oops, sorry," she blushed. "But could we just have one more?" I liked his stories. So the little white owl closed his eyes, and magical stories came pouring from his heart, colourful tales of castles and knights and dragons with fiery breath. Look! So in his head, he's imagining all these amazing stories. He's telling the owls the stories about the dragons. Can you see the knights? And there's the rocket blasting off. And the rocket blasting through moonbeams and counting bright stars and tumbling down, down, down like a snowflake. Slowly, and rather to their surprise, the owls began to smile. They breathed. Then suddenly, "More!" cried everyone. They do like his stories. At last, when all his toast had gone, the little white owl checked his clock. "Gosh, I have to go," he gasped. "Back to my sparkly home. I need to feel the snow and count the stars." But then a blue wing fluttered, and a tail of dotty red began to twitch. "Take us too!" cried the pretty owls, sweeping into the sky. "We want to feel your fluffy snow and count your sparkly stars and play and laugh and tumble just like you." So they want to go with him. They want to go back home with the white owl. So the little white owl led them home, where they tumbled and twirled on the ice. Like splashes of rainbows, they speckled the snow, their colours brighter than ever. Wow, look at that. Look how colourful they are. And look at that white, very, very white snow. Later, they huddled together and sipped warm cocoa. It's like hot chocolate. "Tomorrow, when we fly home," said the blue, "the white clouds will remind us of you. Promise you'll visit very soon." "I promise," smiled the little white owl, "and you can tell me all your stories." Then he snuggled up on his favourite branch and was soon dreaming happy dreams as a huge silver moon lit the deep, dark sky that stretched on and on forever. I like that book because that book tells us that everybody is special and everybody has things that they are good at doing, even if it's different to what their friends and other people are good at doing. So the little white owl was amazing at telling stories. Remember, they said more. They wanted him to tell them more and more stories because they were so good. He told really colourful stories. He made them up in his head and he imagined. So he didn't really see dragons or rockets, but he could pretend in his head. It's fun to make up stories. Maybe you could have a go using your imagination and making up stories at home. Have fun, and I'll see you soon. Bye.